what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Now, the thing about this question is, first of all, if we're going to answer it like logically, the best way to do that would be to turn it into a logic question, which would be math, naturally. So, what is an unstoppable force? If we were to convert that into a number, it would obviously have to be infinity, in which case positive infinity as in speed. An immovable object would have to be negative infinity. So, it's opposite, naturally. So, if you were to apply those two together, if you were to use normal math, you'd come up with 0. But here's the problem. We're not using math. This isn't an actual math question. This is a concept, something that doesn't actually exist, applied to another concept. Again, something that doesn't actually exist. So, you would have to have a concept as an answer. So, here's my concept. Because infinity doesn't actually exist, if it were to apply to something that's also infinite, the applied infinity would be much greater than the infinity it's being applied to, because it would be able to swallow that infinity and then ask for more because it's infinite. So the answer would be positive infinity. So basically, if an unstoppable force were to meet a movable object, they would swap places. The unstoppable force would be an immovable object, and the immovable object would stop and become an unstoppable force. But there's a problem with this, and that is that when you apply something to something else, as any mathematician will tell you, subtraction is addition in reverse. So that means that anytime you apply at all in any way, so if you were to take a positive infinity plus negative infinity, or negative infinity plus positive infinity, or minus infinity, or multiplied by or divided, whichever way you apply those two together, it will still equal positive infinity. Again, this is an answer as a concept, as it should be for a conceptual question. It's like the imaginary numbers.